got 100,000 in his preliminary
That's
budget
what
went on a month.
estimate.
I heard.
And that
Yep.
can
And that's the
be
guy.
upsized or
Uh,
downsized
And that's
depending upon
the gentleman who bought it.
cash.
You did?
Yep, he's thrilled.
Tom
I
or
think we
James?
need to.
James.
And I never met him, his dad actually kind of grew up
If
with.
I
Oh,
can
did
get
you?
these other two grants in place.
Well, I'm glad he got it.
feel
I am
pretty
too.
confident
People to do
that
somebody.
Were you going somewhere next?
No.
We got a lot more that needs some work.
Well,
Somebody showed me,
Yeah.
Okay. Where?
I think it was
I
the,
shouldn't have said that. I mean,
Foundation
don't ever
Associated
want to do that
with the
lifelong dream, but when I was
racetrack.
65 in June, my lifelong dream was become an artist.
Yeah.
Sit on the porch and draw
Cindy
checks.
Patterson had some information that,
I think they had
That's
a pretty
pretty
good
good.
retirement plan, didn't they?
It's pretty good.
I say,
Yeah. Sit on the porch and draw a check.
Yeah.
That's pretty
But
good.
Everybody said, you.
I say when I brought it up at the road club, spoke there that
Yeah.
That's what everybody says to me, but I don't know.
they were aware of that.
Well, I'm trying to maybe slow down some.
Well, I just continuously want to make you guys aware that the funding that we won't be involved in.
Yeah.
Funding, it's kind of been our pet project.
And I think probably sometime in the next month is gonna be a good time.
Yeah, just keep us in mind.
To have someone from the club sit down and with Stevie Steele there and go over
I don't know if I can handle it.
what he's got, what his thoughts are on what
It's
what
like,
he can
it's like an old
do.
car, you know, car rental business, drive it every day. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't do that, you can find something you enjoy doing and do
I
something.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I bet you do.
But it's,
But does your wife help you with the design and all that? She picked out those for you to do all
Picks
that?
out, she picks out everything, I just do the work.
Okay,
I think
okay.
she doesn't paint color, she'll paint.
Right now, before we
Okay.
start like that, probably 40.
Very good.
Yeah.
I think we can get it like, once I can get it to a point.
No, she's designing them to me.
This is what we're going to
Yeah,
do.
like Chip and
This is
Georgina.
what it's going to
Yeah.
entail. This is the size of it. This is the cost
Here's
of
a-
it.
Intersection.
You can show people hard
Really?
copies of things there. There's no
3 years ago,
company.
we had a meeting. There's still waiting on this, because of the franchise.
Well, my guess is that we're probably about 60 days out from putting it
There's a
in,
lot of little things.
just based on where Baker is
It's always
with.
changing. It's-
One of the things they have to be careful of is there's still
2 years
dirt
later,
out there,
she
it has to be spread out, and that's part of
She's like,
the
yes,
city's
wake up.
contract, is to spread that out.
Yep.
Then we're gonna have, if Baker does find a grade, I'm gonna spread it more. We wanna make sure that
We don't
I
go
was
back.
like, you
Sorry,
we're not getting
so-
charged
You've never wanted to
the
get
same dirt that KDAD's
I don't
paying
see
for.
the size. And I was like, well, if you don't
It
went
shocked
2
me
years ago,
how
because this
expensive
last
it
year,
was
if you went 2 years
to
ago,
shoot water.
they went to the actually visited. And then there's vacation.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
whole project is,
You wouldn't even watch the rest of the year. So,
That went down Steel Creek.
$500 trip.
I took my tools.
Usually,
$100
how
this
much
summer.
it costs for me to go down and
Of
go.
course,
see
there's
them.
no charge for
Turns
using
into
it.
about $2,000 trip.
But, I mean,
She
the
did
entire
shopping beside
afternoon,
us.
all I had to
Oh,
do
yeah,
was
she-
go a lounge chair where I could
I
see.
tell you what, they've
just
done
let
really
them
well
go
with
for it,
themselves.
and it was perfect.
Yeah.
I think the kids
You
in
know,
the community
in the past,
absolutely love it.
12 years
The
that I've been
beauty of it
associated
is, you
with
don't have to charge any
Waco
admission.
has just.
It's available for everyone, you don't
Yeah.
have to have lifeguards and things like that.
They
Yeah.
they like a one
There is
block
some
area
areas,
in the middle of town.
And the
where the alcove
building that is
building
there.
is. But there was a few
close by.
nice little restaurants and
We
it was sort
talked
of a
about
little
the
place to eat. But
possibility
now
of
it's
all
I
housing
would
or
say,
changing rent.
I would say
and
even
boys
Chip and
girls
Joanna's
changing rent
recognition of Waco has
associations.
increased the attendance. at
And you
the
gotta
university.
have,
Oh,
you got
I'd
two
say-
options.
Oh, well, see,
You
they-
can continually
they-
use fresh water, or you
I
can
think it
have
was about
this
5 years ago, they
tank.
built a new stadium.
And
Mhm.
it continues
Yeah.
to go into the tank.
And we
Yeah.
Dump it
we
out
had
of the tank.
we had a meeting here and we did
Steel
kick
Creek's
it
got
past
a
them.
tank.
Yeah.
Other places
For
use,
that during the
continually
lunch.
use fresh water, that's
And
pretty
you know,
expensive.
I thought I could
That's
kick a football.
Over a period of
And I
time,
saw
so it
that
makes more
back.
sense. But you've gotta have
I
a
think I
building
just got
large
it.
enough to house this tank.
It creeps up on us.
So when we get the design,
Didn't
Stevie comes this week, I'll suggest that we set up. What I'm trying to get him and town staff to commit to is to begin having a set meeting every month. And progress reports on where we are so that council can be kept in the loop if it's on this option. When can they expect the project to be put out for bids and where bid construction start? And then get him to come to council once a quarter, bring you to council and
I got
person
some
update on
We need them, I made
the
copies for Jason
status.
to give all to them, so maybe we need, but I brought.
Well, again, I don't say that to step on anyone's toes, I just, want you to know that we want to participate, we're excited about it.
You have-
We've been putting that out to the community for a year and a half. That, we're going to do that.
I think it'll be a popular part.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be something.
So there's just expensive after this.
Okay.
We have anyone else that's going to?
Kenny's at the beach.
Kenny's
I
Beach.
haven't heard from
Haven't heard from him. We'll give it another minute or two, he can see it. Jason, how's granddad doing?
He's doing all right.
Good.
He, the video actually plays himself taking off. Now he doing skiing grad.
I had to
So,
see.
he's just getting older. Well,
I made copies out of that.
he was in rehab for about 75 days. Brought her back to the house and she fell.
Jason, Jason.
Every time I see him, yeah.
He's good, I think, we're your family.
He's something else. I tell you.
I don't know if they need it or not.
Oh, my grandfather's 93. Really?
Yeah.
Pretty sure I've heard that.
Okay, that's fine.
All of us Saukville people recognize each other because we glow in the dark.
Really?
Yes, sir, Henrytown.
Okay, okay, grocery store? Yeah, okay,
Oak Ridge,
very good,
deer problem.
yep.
Yeah, my mother and father both worked down at the old plant,
Yeah, I think they
went to high
used to
school there.
ingredients that we probably,
or at least I went to high school, if I ever drew it up back.
it's closed, I think there's some renovations there, so we have.
It's fantastic.
Really devastated that hotel. I think I don't.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Shows
That's
the
good.
importance of being
Generate
diversified
traffic.
industry.
Hey, Jason.
Anything else?
Did you have a picture that Rob turned in with his? I didn't,
I did.
okay, perfect. Thank you.
Hopefully got y'all taken care of.
Well, let's go ahead and get started. Looks like the bewitching hour is here. I'd like to welcome everyone to the monthly meeting of the Town of Abingdon Planning Commission. Mr. Boswell, could you do roll call for attendance, please?
Yes, sir. Mr. Anderson?
Here.
Mr. Wilson?
Here.
Dr. White is absent. Mr. Bradley?
Here.
Mr. Vidham?
Here.
Mr. Schuman is absent. And Mr. Austin?
I'm here.
We have a quorum.
All right, thank you very much. Approval of minutes is next on our agenda tonight, the January 28, 2019 meeting. We did not have a February meeting due to a lack of matters that needed to be on the agenda at that time. I think everyone has been furnished with a copy of the proposed minutes for January 28th. Are there any additions, corrections, or modifications? If not, I'd be pleased to entertain a motion to approve these.
I move we approve.
Second.
Second.
Any additional discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? All right, very good. I'll endorse these and send them down.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, this time we have public comment time on our agenda. This is the opportunity for anyone in the audience that would like to address the Planning Commission on any matter. Please note that your comments should be limited to a 3-minute period of time. If anyone wants to address the commission, please come forward to the podium, state your name and your address, and we will be pleased to hear your comments. That is for any matter that's not on our regular agenda tonight. All right, seeing no one stampeding toward the podium tonight, we'll move on to certificate of appropriateness. Trust us, we've seen people stampeding toward the podium before.
We're doing something right.
That's right. Certificate of appropriateness, those matters are next on our agenda. First, we have an application for a certificate of appropriateness. Billy and Allison Bartlett, Post Office Box 3130 in Wise, owner Billy Bartlett, representative. COA is to update the facade located at 560 West Main Street, tax map number 018-1-33, and in your packet you should have some pictures of the proposal here. Mr. Bartlett?
Hi, how are y'all today? Let me introduce myself. I'm Billy Bartlett. My wife Allison is not here. We've had a death in the family and she's taking care of some stuff right now. Normally she wouldn't be here with me either, but just let you know. When I say we're gonna do this with the business, she goes, "Why are you asking me?" So, I've really got a good wife. She supported me the 23 years that I was in the National Guard and overseas all the time. So I believe I've got a good one. But anyway, I am Air Serv of Wise County and Abingdon. 4 years ago, I decided to come over here and get a business license too and expand my business because, as you know, the coal industry ain't that well over there, so cash flow just isn't easy. So a majority of our work last year came from this area. You know, like 52% of my work came from this area, which is a great help with all of my employees. Normally I employ about 7 people during the prime time of the year, and they sort of, you filter out people going on around the year. Anyway, the purchase of this building at 560 West Main Street, you know, this will be a great help to the looks of it and a great help to us to get it done. A lot of times we go in here and I've been working it a little bit at a time because, you know, if you own a business, cash flow is number one and number 2 is time. Sometimes you ain't got both of them. So I have already remodeled the upstairs apartment, and the next thing that I want to do is absolutely get the front of this building looking better. If you look at the little sketch drawing that I have, you can see, I don't have a pointer. What we're doing is, if you go with the front upper part where you have the little brown sketch marks, or the little black sketch marks, the roof now is actually attached onto the front of that. I'm taking the whole roof off, and it actually comes over the front edge of the building that far. And then I'm gonna make a straight up and down facade all the way across that area and all the way across the top above the apartment windows with corrugated metal to make it look a little bit brighter. Over each of the windows and doors, I am going to put awnings. Okay, the awnings are gonna just go over the doors and also paint it back the color it is now. I have not been told by my wife that I need to change that color. So, the only thing that I know about colors is do what your wife says. So, that's the whole process of what we're doing here.
The awnings you talk about are small ones the size of just over the door?
Just the size of the door, and there'll be an oval over the door.
Yeah, okay.
And the door, the metal on top of those awning is, I've designed them and I've already got all my quotes in for all those, is, I'll be taking corrugated metal over that too. You know, so it'll match the front of the building, the rest of the front of the building.
Explain, please, I'm not sure I understand exactly what you're doing with the roof. Are you raising the,
Oh, no,
raising
yeah,
the
this
slope
picture
of
will
it?
be fine. If you see the blue area right there, this comes out about 3 foot off of the building. Well, someone has went in there and this just goes over the real structure that holds the roof on. And I'm gonna rip all of that off and go back to the original structure, which is it's at a sharper angle. And so what happens is I go from a eave being this wide and collapsing, back to a eave being this wide over the front of the building. And when I take that off there, of course, if you have any customers coming in and out of the building, you want them to have at least be a little dry while they're going to their vehicle. So, there's a lot of little things that need to be done. I have 1 million trees around back. I have ivy growing up into the soffits around back. So, it just, if I work at it a little bit, it grows right back. So I'm gonna have to go in there full force and just tear it all out and cut down trees and everything, to get it clear. And I'll be working with CSX. I want to try to improve the back of the building too, because there's at least a good 8 foot back there that could be used, but I have to get CSX permission because 2 foot of that 8 foot would be theirs.
It's Norfolk Southern.
Okay,
Good luck.
Norfolk Southern.
Good luck.
Well, the guy was through there talking to some of the other people not too long ago,
Oh.
and nobody ever got his name or whatever. So, but they do have a lease agreement that you can go with within so many foot of the track. And, I measured it out, and it's about 8 foot that I could actually use. You can drive around it, but you can't actually park a vehicle, over 8 foot away.
I think our concern's really with the front appearance.
Well, I'm just trying to tell you guys, I'm trying to improve this place.
Glad to know you're taking,
Right.
care of the whole building.
Yeah, when I bought it, I just walked in and just wondered for about a half hour. I was wondering what I was gonna do.
Used to be a restaurant.
Oh, it used to be a restaurant? Ripping everything apart, it's been on fire before. Because it seemed like it had like a old potbelly stove in it,
It's
so.
a common problem with restaurants.
Well, if everything's done within code. And being a heating and cooling contractor, I see a lot of that within code, taken advantage of.
Going back to the roof thing, that's got a metal roof, right? And you're
Uh,
keeping the metal roof on
It actually has a rubber membrane roof on it.
Okay.
It's just the front of the building,
Oh, I see.
the front of the building here is just metal. That's what I'm getting rid of.
Now I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
and this awning right here, I wanna get rid of that thing too.
Thank you. Okay.
But this has been my plan before, the opportunity came up to work with you guys to do that.
When are you going to be doing this?
Well, the criteria that y'all, have put out is, it's gonna have to be done, within, the summer months. So,
Yeah, I think the 50/50 grant stipulates 60 days
60
after
days is
approval.
right.
right.
Within
And-
50 days of approval. All right, any other questions of Mr. Bartlett? Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And you can keep those cards, and if you need any HVAC help, you can call.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. What is the wish of the planning commission?
Well, I'll move we approve the application for certificate of appropriateness.
Thank you, sir. Second, Mr. Anderson, second. Any additional discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Bartlett. That's approved.
Thank you.
All right, next on our agenda tonight is an application for a certificate of appropriateness. Janine Booker, 872 East Main Street. Owner Robert Godfrey, 193 Valley View Drive in Abingdon. Representative, certificate of appropriateness to remove the current awning, clean the frame, installation of frame and new awning cover, and change the awning color. Located at 872 East Main Street here in Abingdon, tax map number 106-A-15. Mr. Godfrey, if you'd state your name for the record, please, and your address.
Robert Godfrey, 193 Valley View Drive, Avenue, Virginia.
And do you have samples to pass out tonight?
I do not, unfortunately.
It's almost 6 o'clock.
I understand, yeah. I had a crazy steak.
Can we come by?
Most welcome, definitely.
Understanding the error in your ways will still allow you to proceed.
All we're looking to do is replace the awning that's currently on there and change the color to a slightly darker color. That's it.
Do you have any sample to show us the color that you're going to?
That color right
It's
there.
exactly that color?
Yeah, it's a slightly different color right now. It's a lighter blue.
Okay.
That'll be to match the sign that's off to the left-hand side that's in the parking lot currently.
I see.
You're not a North Carolina fan, are you?
No, sir. I'm a University of Tennessee fan.
All right.
Hey.
Hey, what do you think about that there?
I like that.
Take a win when we can get them.
All right, so you're gonna remove the current awning, you're gonna clean the frame and put the new awning up, and that's the only change?
Yes, sir.
Without color that you're doing?
Yes, sir.
All right, anyone have any questions, Mr. Godfrey?
Thank you for not making it orange.
Well, wasn't my choice.
All right, thank you, Mr. Godfrey.
Thank you very much.
Okay, what are the wishes of the planning commission in regard to this application for certificate of appropriateness?
I think we approve that.
All right,
Second.
second, any additional discussion in regards to it? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? All right. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
All right, next we have an application for a certificate of appropriateness, James O. White, 16255 Butler Drive here in Abingdon, owner. Certificate of appropriateness to remove a block wall at the end of the building, remove the cloth awning and replace it with black metal, put vinyl soffit underneath with lights and guttering, located at 608 West Main Street here in Abingdon, tax map number 103-5-10A. Mr. White, would you state your name and address for us, please?
James White, 16255 Butler Drive, Abingdon, Virginia.
All right, sir. You just want to go forth and tell us what your plans are, please?
I'm not gonna give a speech like Billy.
I'm a politician.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm just gonna, I wanna remove this block wall that comes up, that'll be taking that top off and fixing it back around. And the awning, I wanna take it off and put the black metal, the standing seam metal on it. Of course, I'll have to beef up the frame that's there already and put vinyl underneath with about 4 different lights down through there, so just spruce it up and make it look pretty.
Are those lights just gonna be shining straight down?
Yeah, just straight down, they'll be up into the soffit and just shine down, yeah. So, and I'm not gonna pass out cards, I'm a contractor, so I'm not passing out cards, I do not want the business.
I'm glad to see you're taking that block wall down.
Yes.
It's, those things are dangerous. I saw a child injured for life with one of those falling.
They're ugly, I don't know why they're there.
And the weather tends to loosen them.
It's not good shape.
No, it's,
We're not anchored to anything. Is it not anchored to anything?
no, it's just a block, it's laid there like a regular block, cement block, so,
Teetering.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
It's teetering.
Nah, well, it's not, it's ugly. My wife says it's ugly, and I agree with her, so it's going. One way or another, it's going.
Anybody have any questions, Mr. White?
I move we approve his application.
All right, second to that
Second.
motion. All right, any additional discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? All right, thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you,
White.
guys.
All right, we sped right through those.
And it'll probably be about 6 weeks before I get started, 6 weeks to 2 months, so.
All right. All right, next on our agenda tonight is comprehensive plan update. gonna
Exciting
address that?
stuff.
All right,
I'll give it to you, see if you don't care, Mr. Chairman.
go right ahead, please.
Thank you all.
Been in contact with, thank you all.
Thank y'all.
Thank you,
all
gentlemen.
Very much. Been in contact with, EPR. Right now, they're compiling data. We're getting as much data to them as we can. Building permits from 2012 to current, park and rec, and outdoor, facilities, information. The holdup right now, is school enrollment info. But I have been in contact with Dr. Ratliff, and he assures me that is on its way. The survey data is in, and they're compiling that, currently. I have a scheduled meeting with EPR next week to discuss the next steps, and we'll be contacting the steering committee members, getting a meeting together to go over visions and goals. So I wanted to give you an update on that, and I also wanted to give you an update on the, zoning ordinance update. We've been at that for a couple months now. It is a slow, painful process. But as soon as I can, we have done quite a bit of work in the sign, portion of it. Hope to give you all a, report on that maybe at the next meeting, to give you all an opportunity to take a look at it, see if there's anything in there that you don't like, and we'll move from there.
Very good. Any questions regarding the comprehensive plan?
Do they know, was there good participation in that survey, that online survey?
From what they were telling me, it was pretty substantial. I think that there was some, internal feelings that maybe they didn't get the response rate that they wanted to, but it was well over 500 responses.
That's pretty good.
When they did Warren County, for a comparison, Warren County had like 400 responses, and that was for the entire county. So for the town to have over 500 responses, that's a pretty good response rate.
All right, any other questions or discussion on the comprehensive plan? All right, next is old business or matters that are not on the agenda. Does planning commissioners have any matter they'd like to discuss as old business or matters that are not on the agenda? All right, any announcements we have, Mr. Boswell?
Not that I can think of, Mr. Chairman.
All right, sir. Anyone else have any announcements?
Next meeting will be on the 22nd of April. Monday.
Yes, sir.
Sounds right, Mr. Bradley.
All right, if not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second that.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed may remain.